Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel, HotYTR, and today, with my friend Noodle, who has returned, we're doing a Life 1000 setup, which means you have to be at Life 1000 or more to have this setup, most likely, because like some of these items like the Hades Palace are rarity 3, which are pretty rare, and the Life 666, so
Maybe
they're a little harder to
super
get.
lucky. Maybe 750 or 800 if you're super lucky.
Yeah, so this setup will work to about probably 4,000 to 5,000. I'm not 100% sure. It makes like UVG or a little higher amount. It doesn't make as much money as how much I need, unfortunately, because I would use it. But this setup has basically like 10 upgraders with it. But you are gonna need some hydraulic standard platforms for this. Probably about what, 2 or 3. Probably 3 to 4, actually, depending on how many upgrades you want to use at the end, or how big your furnace is. Yeah, so just salvage, like your plasma scanners and your ore sawmills. Those two are the most useless items in the game. So yeah, let's get
We would say
started.
water wheels, but in the next update, it's supposed to get an evolution a little bit. So.
Oh yeah, I forgot. When they unleash the third sacrifice, finally, you see, it was a plasma scanner, right?
That's
Yeah,
the ore. It's the
sawmill.
ore wheel.
Yeah, or the mineral wheel will have a like, some items
You
are
got-
actually useful, like the mineral wheel. That's why I don't salvage most of them unless I need to. But the ore scanner is not useful, or plasma scanner is not useful. So just don't worry about losing those. There's no evolution, there's no fusion with them, so... And 99% of people don't actually use them. Like, if Noodle got one for his life everything right now, he wouldn't even put it in his setup. I wouldn't put it... Let me see what life it is. Plasma scanner. Yeah, plasma scanner is life 20. Probably one of the lowest rarity items there is, because it's just so easy to get. Well, we're gonna get started. Well, the first thing you want to do is get a money setup to get the setup started. Now, you don't need that much, but just use any Nature's Grip item, like Nature's Temple or Nature's Grip in general, and then use any mine that will work. Like, I have the Symmetria mine, which if you drop into here, it'll work. But I'm gonna do a little pulsing so you guys can see how much it is. Let's see, it's about SX to, or a little higher. So that's gonna slowly leave there. Okay, good timing for the box. Just landed straight on the Vulcan's grasp. Okay, now we're gonna do the Newtonium mine, which I did place one. If you have 2, use 2. If you have 1, just use 1. Now you're gonna want the big Bertha. You obviously don't need a shiny one. Just have any that'll work. Yeah, so this will work. You place them like this, and then this should back this up just a little bit. Yeah, now this will work.
You only need one shiny Utonium mine, by the way.
Wait, what?
You only need one shiny Utonium mine. Like, you don't need both.
Well,
Don't
they're
need...
not shiny, but okay.
No, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you only need one of these items. We will move this back once we get rid of some of these items over here. But that's how this be teleported into a green teleporter. And now we're gonna have a green receiver. But we have a centering conveyor right here so that when we launch these ores, they can be more centerized. On an ore collider. I have so many collection items, it's ridiculous. Now, looks like you can't do anything, all these ores are just firing onto what looks like the other side of the map. This is where the gravitational gear work comes in place. Now, if you don't have this setup really isn't useful for you. You want to have this setup, make sure the conveyor is facing away from you, or that the larger poles are just facing towards the cannon. So now you have this. You're losing a lot less ores. We're gonna do a hydraulic conveyor right here.
Wait, it's less.
So you... Yeah, so now these ores are more straight as they can be. We're gonna do a catalyst. We're gonna do a hydraulic. We're gonna do another hydraulic conveyor here. Doesn't matter if it's up or down. It just needs to be facing like about here. not much straight, which you're gonna need. We're gonna do catalyst, which we have. I forgot I put all the items out here. Catalyst is in our pizza list. Actually, pizza list is in my inventory. Pizza list. It's probably one of the easiest fusions to make. Then we're gonna need the Frozen Gate of Eclipse. And then we're gonna do the Troubadour device. You don't necessarily need it for the setup. It'll just make a lot less cash. But if you don't have it, I can make a video about TSTG about life maybe 500 or life 100, depending on what you guys' lives are at. But yeah, that's what I'm currently working on with my friend Noodle here. We're gonna need a quantum clockwork. And TSTG setup isn't really that difficult, it's just you need a bunch of upgraders. That's really the only problem. And we're gonna need the Ancient Colosseum. If there's any evolutions you guys don't have, just use any evolutions you do have and replace them. Make sure you have only 2 rows, as best as you can. The Phase Bombarder, or which is the evolution of the Phase Refiner. I didn't even make this until recently. Okay, so you will lose some ores here with how this is set up. And then we're gonna do the Azure Spore. And then we're gonna do this into an orange teleporter. Yeah, now you're gonna want 3 walls. Doesn't matter what walls they are. You can do ruby, you can do gold, you can do basic walls. Just make sure that they can teleport into here. Now we're gonna do an orange teleporter. I'm gonna move the Grim Reaper for some reason.
S+1000.
We're gonna do an orange teleporter, the receiver, and then we're gonna do a cannon. Now, with the cannon, this is very specific. With this, like, the ore cannon and collider work with certain different ores. So the more density in ore is, the lower it'll go. The less density, the higher it'll launch. So, keep that in mind. Now, you're gonna want a hydraulic platform here, which, just keep it at base level. A couple blocks away is good enough. You want about here, and then do the Tessa Refuter. Make sure that it hits the top. It hits almost the top of the refuter, but not too close. And then I'm gonna do another cannon. About here. So that's just like a seamless transition. And then I'm gonna do the final upgrader, which is another resetter. What you're gonna do, we first want to do is actually add another hydraulic. And have it layered one more up. And then the final upgrader will go on the very edge right here. Now what we could do here is you can move this a little closer. Since it looks like it's a little more accurate, it'll move that a little closer. Now the closest you want to get this thing is about 2 blocks away from the cannon. And then this will look a little more fluently. And then after this, we're gonna want another hydraulic platform. Well, not about 3 hydraulic platforms, probably 4, depending on what you want to do. We're gonna do another cannon, I believe. No, we're actually gonna do a conveyor, actually. Because we don't have a 3rd resetter. Now we're gonna do a Vulcan's Grasp here. So I don't think you guys will have the evolution of the Vulcan's Destiny. If you do, then great. If you don't, then... Sparkfield, what are you doing? Oh, he's an ore now. He's trying to get upgraded. Okay, and then after that, we're gonna do the Hades Palace. And now, depending if you want to have the ores drop down here or not, because we can always have them drop down here, so you guys can spend less of your items. We're gonna do conveyor little thing here. And now we're gonna do the last upgraders we have. Wait, let me switch out these 2 real quick since we already used them. We're gonna use the Illuminator Evaluator, put them through here. We're gonna do a little bit of walls here, just so that the ores don't fall off. And then we're gonna do the last item, which is a furnace. Now, I want to use the Anguish Guardian of the Gate, which is the best furnace I think you should use. Use this for now. Now, make sure if you want to use this furnace, you have it activated so it's 5,000 times. See, now it's making UD and DD without the rest of the stuff we need to add. Now, we're gonna make a little setup called the regular replicators. Make a little thingy here. We're gonna do a little raised mini conveyor, so I don't think I need those actually. We're gonna place these here, here, and here. We're gonna move this one actually. We're gonna move this one a little bit back more, and then move this one a little front more. And then we're gonna have the green teleporters. Now, if you don't have enough of the green teleporters to do this, you're gonna need about 5 or 6. Just make sure you have at least any of the teleporter sets. Now we're gonna activate this furnace. And then you're gonna watch the cache be a little more. So you're getting SXD, QND, which will make this which will be VGN. Yes, this will work pretty well. Now, if you have the Anguish Guardian of the Gate, or the Pizza Furnace, or any other furnace that you want to use besides this one, if you don't want to manually do it, the best furnace that you could use besides those ones are probably the... Honestly, I don't know. I mean, I use the Anguish Guardian of the Gate, which really isn't that tough to make, but it's real rare. It's a little more efficient. Like, this will just do this. Like, this makes SPD, DVG. Yeah, this is good enough for a lot of, like, look at this. I have OVG. Now, I would rewrite and then test this out again, but I can't save this loadout because I have my current loadout saved. Yeah, but if you want TSTG to make the True Overlord device here, watch my video about the Life 100, but it has, like, all the exotics and whatever. Watch that video. If you don't have all the exotics, then I can make a setup without any exotics for TSTG. It'll be a little more annoying to make because it's a little harder. Yeah, but I can make TSTG setups probably about life, about what Neo's at and higher. Well, that's about it for this video. If there's any other things you want me to make, I can make a life 2K setup, life 3, 4, 5. I can try and make a life 10K setup, but I don't really know how it's gonna work because I'm just life 10K. I can also make setups about the other game, the demo of Myra's Haven Sacrifice, like Forbidden Sacrifice, whatever it's called. Also, if you guys want, I can give you tips and tricks on how to, like, become better at the game. I have watched some videos about how to become better at the game, but they don't really help me out because I like speed with fast cache with you know, fast speeds. So yeah, anytime you get the gravitational gear work, your setup will become way faster. If you want like a life 500 setup, just watch the videos that I made with my friend Noodle here. Because we get DE, which is enough to get to life 1000. I believe DVG is enough to get you to roughly 3 to 5K. I'm not sure. Haven't been there in a little while. I know I need OVG, which is pretty close-ish to DVG. Well, that's about it. If you guys have any questions, let me know in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys later.